Welcome friends. I'm going to teach you how to develop a website using a content management software, Joomla. So what is a content management software? A content management software, CMS, is a software that helps users create, manage, and modify content on a website without the need for technical knowledge. In other words, a CMS lets you build a website without needing to write code from scratch or even to know how to code at all. So I'm going to use the latest Joomla software, Joomla 5.0, to build a website. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do will be to start our WAMP, our XAMPP. XAMPP, it helps you to host your website on your local system. So I've just opened to the XAMPP folder. So I've clicked on XAMPP control, and I can see here that Apache and MySQL are started. Then the next thing I will do will be to go to PHP myadmin. So I'll type localhost/PHP myadmin. So I'll go right here to go and create a new database which I'll call Jo5, JO5. That is what I'm going to use to build this website, JO5. You can see it's empty. Then I will now go back to XAMPP. I'm returning back to XAMPP. So I'm returning back to the XAMPP folder. Then I'll click on a folder called htdocs. And here I'm going to create an empty folder which will host my website. So that folder will be called JJ5. I call that folder JJ5. You can use any name for your folder. So I'm opening to it. htdocs is where you host all your website. So now I'm going to bring in the Joomla 5.0 software. So I'll bring it in here. I have it already downloaded here. So I'm going to copy it here and take it to the JJ5 folder. I've dropped it there. So I'm going to extract it here. After extracting, I'm going to now install this Joomla 5.0 software. Then from there, I will now get on with other things, designing the website. I've just extracted Joomla 5.0. So how do I install? I will open to a folder. I will open to my website. I will type localhost/JJ5, enter. The system will automatically call up the Joomla software and the installation process will begin. Enter the name of your site. The name of my site is TCL Computers. I click next. What is the real name of the super administrator? I'll type J Morrison. What is the username of the super admin? I'll type admin. Password should be 12 characters. I've typed that. Then what is your email address? I've typed my email. You can see here my password is accepted. I click next. So I'm back to the database configuration. What is the database type is MySQL. I won't leave that. Enter the host name, usually localhost. I leave that. What is the either a username or you created or username provided by your host. So here I'll type root. Root is the default username for MySQL, and by default there's no password that comes with it. Then the database I gave it as JO5. Remember, I created JO5 for this installation, so I've typed it in there. So I click install. So the system is installing all the files that I need to create my website using Joomla 5.0 template. So it's telling me that my installation is completed. So once it's completed, I have right to go open to the site or open to administrator, or click on open administrator. So it will prompt me very soon to type the username and password to go in. That's where I am now. But let me just show you something here. Remember this folder was empty, JO5. If I click on it, you'll see that it's now filled up with tables. So that's what Joomla has done, creating all these tables for the development of the website that you want to embark on. So here, I'll type my username admin, then I type the password that I created. So the system takes me to the backend. So it's at this backend that will now modify and show you all what will appear on the front end. If I want to view my website from here, I will come right up here and click TCL computers. So this is the default site that the system has built for me without me doing anything. So from this environment, I can start modifying this site. So first of all, I'll go to systems. And when I go to systems, I'll click on site templates. So this is the template. So the system is telling me that the default template that comes with this Joomla 5 is Cassiopeia. So this is what it is. I can work with this template, but I'm going to install my own template and work with it. So I will go back again to systems. Then I'll go to extensions. Extension is where you do most of the installation. I'll click browse. Once I click browse, I return to desktop. Then I'll now go back to my folder Joomla 5 soft. Then I open to Joomla 5. Then I have my theme. My theme is the template I want to use. So I click on this and the system will install it and it will tell me it's successful. So once it's installed, you can see here that installation of the package was successful. So let me just view how this template is looking like now. I'll just click on TCL computers. You can see that it's a change. There's already a slide appearing here for me to see. Now, how did that take place? If I go back to system, then I go to site template styles. I will now see the two templates that I have, and you will now notice that the theme that I've just installed is a default one. That's why it's appearing there. So that's something you really need to note. So now returning back here, the first thing you really need to know after installing your template is a preview of the layout of your template. How does my template look like? What are the different sections? And so that I'll know where to put things. It's just like buying a house. You buy a house that has 5 rooms. So you need to know all the rooms. You need to know where the corridor, the balcony, or whatever kitchen is, so that you know where to put things. So now I'm here. So these are my two templates. This is the one that came by default. This is the one I just installed. But you notice here, the system is saying that there is no preview available. So to make preview available, I'll go to options. Then I'll tell it to show preview. Show preview. Then I'll click save and close. Once I click save and close, you can now see preview has come up here. So once I click on this, the system will now show me the diagram of this this module, this template that I've used. See how big it is. So what it means is that this template has all this number of rooms. You can call up any of these rooms and put something in it. For example, this position is called my module position 00. This is my module position 01. So if I want to put something in this room, I just have to tell it that, look, go straight to where this position is and it will fix in there. So this is where you have your menu. The whole of this is your menu. This is your slideshow. This one here is a slideshow position, and you have more and more and more up to where you have your debug and of course other positions. So you need to rely on this layout to know where to place things. This is like buying a house again, and a house has different rooms, so you need to know the different rooms so that you know where to put things. If you put things in wrongly, it will not appear on the website. You must position it where the template has shown as a position. So having seen this, so the first thing I'm just going to do will be to change this template that I'm working with here. And you can see again that the position is slideshow shape 01. That's what the system is telling me. So how do I do that? So I return back here and return back to systems. On systems, I'll go to site system template. Then I'll click on my template. So when I click on my template, I have so many options to work with here. First one is the detail, showing me this default template name. Then the second one is the slideshow option. This is where you upload your slideshows. So I have slide 1, slide 2, and so I'm going to change these images. So I'll click on select. And I'll click on create folder. Let's create a new folder and let's call our folder slideshow. So I'm calling this slideshow. So I'm creating a slideshow. So I will open the slideshow. See, it's empty. Then I'll bring in some of the slides that I've already created. So I'll click upload. Then I'll go to my folder. These are some of the slides that I have. I have this one, and this one. So let's call it slide 0, slide 1, and slide 2. So I'm going to rename this to slide 2. Slide 2. So I have slide 0, slide 1, and slide 2. So I'll take the first one in. I'll go back again, upload. I'll bring in slide 2, and again I will go back and I'll bring in slide 1. Did I bring 1? So I have slide 0, slide 1, and slide 2. They are all JPEG files. So how do I pick up the first slide? So I'll just click here and I'll click select. So the slide automatically appears there, and you have option here. Horizontal alignment should be left, vertical alignment should be top, then stretch should fill up the entire space. Then I'm going back here again. I'll pick up the second slide. Same thing too. So I have this, and of course, so I have those 2 slides for now. And slide show, I want to show this only on home page. I want to show it on all the pages, so you have the option to do that. So I've added my slide. Then of course I'm going to the footer section. The footer is really at the bottom. The system is telling me you can change this URL, so we'll come back to this. Then the color, I'm going to accept every other thing the way it is by default. I'll accept every other thing the way it is by default. Menu options, menu assignment. So the most important thing you need to know is this gives you room to send your slides, and you can leave other things by default for now. We'll always come back here, especially if we want to change something on our footer. So this is done. So what do? I just click save and close. So now I've configured my slide show for this template. So what do? If I preview this, I'll go back to the site and preview. Previewing, you can see that my picture is appearing now. There are 2 of them. So the second one is changing. So I have 2 pictures showing here. So my 2 slideshows are already up. So the next thing I'm going to do will be to put in my menu. I want to put my menu bar on top. So this is my menu. This position is my menu position, but it has 2 sections here. So it has this section and it has this other section. So I'm going to set some menus. So how do I get my menus up? I'll go back again to my original document, my original workbook. Here, I'm going to create 5 menus. And the first menu is going to be called About Us. Under About Us, we have our mission and vision. So I'm going to create a menu About Us. Then under here, I have a sub menu called our mission and our vision, which will have our values, our vision. Then I'll also create another menu, which is services. And other services, I have the notes there. Why do you choose us? Then I'll have the last one, contact page. So I'm going to have 5 menus here, apart from the home page. So home, then About Us, our services, why do you choose us, and contact us. So all these other things, notes here will be like articles, which will be merged to each of these menu heading. So let me show you how that is done. So I'm going, and they will all be placed in the menu section. So I'll move to content, I'll move to articles. So the system is telling me currently there's no article. So let's add your first article. So my first article will be About Us. I have About Us, then I will come here and copy the note I've already written under About Us. So you need to write all this. You need to prepare the note for your description for your website, and you can use Grammarly to check that. So I've done the first one. This is About Us. So I'm going to create all the articles. First article has been created, About Us. So I'm going to create the second one. So this second one is our mission / vision. What is your mission and what is your vision? So I'll paste this, then I'll copy all this. This has all these notes. So when I'm creating the menus for it, I will add this mission and vision as a sub menu to the home page. So this is done. Then I'll just click save and close. I've completed that. Then I'm going to services, our services. So I'll go back again and create another article. I'll call this our services. And here again, I'll paste all this. Then I'll call it, I said, save and close. Then why do you choose us? Why choose us? Why should you choose us? So when I say why choose us. So here I'll paste it here. Why should you choose us? Then the last one is contact us. So this one will have our contact address. So I will now come here and say new. Then I'll type contact us. I'll have contact us. So save and close. I've created all the 5 articles. So the next thing I'm going to do will be to create menus. So I'll go to the menu. I'm going to menu and click on main menu. And from main menu, see I already have the home. That is why what is bringing the home menu here. So I'm going to create all the other ones. So I'll click on new. And now I will create a menu called about us. And under this menu, I'll create a menu. So the menu item type will be article, because I've already created an article and it's a single article. Because I've already created an article called about us. So here I will come around and select that article about us. So you see I've linked the about us article to the about us menu. That's something you need to note. So after I've done that, I'll click close. So that's how I'm going to link all the other ones. So I'm going back again. Then the second one is the second one is our mission and vision. The second one is our mission and vision. So our mission and vision, and this mission and vision too is coming in as an article, then single article, and this is the article for it. But I don't want it to be a separate menu on its own, so it will become under parent item. It will become a sub menu under about us. So that I've chosen that. Then I will now click save and close. So I'm moving to the third one. The third one is our services. So I'm going to create a new menu item called our services. Under services, I will click select article, single article. And here I will type our services. It's a separate menu on its own. So I'll click close. Then the next one is why did you choose us? Why choose us, or why should you choose us? So a new menu again, and this time around we're going to have why choose us. Is an article, then single article, and here we can now select why choose us. Then finally we now have another menu which is called contact us. So we have another menu which is called contact us, and here we'll have article for now, single article, and I will just use, so we can always work more on this, so I'll just click save. So I've created all my menus. All my menus have been created here. So now, after creating all my menus, let's preview what we have done. So I'll just come here and refresh. You can see nothing is showing here. So we have to go and set up that menu, that module. So I'll go to systems. and I'll go down to site modules. So these are the default site menus that came with the system. I can take out all this. I don't need login. I don't need these default menus that came, modules that came. I don't need all this. So I'm going to create a new module, which is called, so I'll look for module, menu, a new module for menu. So I'll click on a new, so I have menu there, and of course the position is theme. So I'll look for theme menu. Based on the layout that we got, you have to choose the right position in order to place it rightly. So I have menu. So that is the right thing. Main menu and the menu position. So I'll say this should show sub menu. Then I'll click and close. So let's see what we have done. So there's a missing item. So let's see again. Okay, sorry. So this was main menu. I'll just call it menu items. So I now have my menu pointing to menu. So you can see from here, let's preview this. At this stage, our menu box should appear. So this is how it's appearing. You can see that the drop down drops there. Then you have this lemons right. This lemon right, you can see here, it's a picture. It's a picture. So we're going to look for it and replace it with our logo. So how do we find that? What I did was to go back to where this file is hosted. So I'm going to XAMPP, and then I'll go to htdocs. Then I'll go to the folder. The folder is JJ5. Then I'll go to templates, and from template I have theme, and from theme I have images. So images. So this is where that Lemos right is in. So I will just use my graphic design knowledge with my graphic design knowledge, I'm going to replace that with the same name and with a file with the same name and the same dimension. So I've just done that. So that file has been replaced, and then of course if I refresh here, then that should appear. Let me just let me play the history and refresh. So I had to clear the history and refresh. So how did I do that? I went here and I went to history, and I tell it to clear the history, and after clearing the history, I now right click and say refresh, and when I refresh, my logo comes out. So at this stage, I've been able to get my slide up, and I have all my menus. So if I click on home, about us, see this is already created. So all these pages have already been created as a result of what I've just done. So you can see how it is. So my website is coming up. Then the other time, next video, I'm going to show you how you can work more to add more value to this website. Thank you for listening.